Hey everybody, good afternoon. This is the winning window, 1:30 p.m. and this is our week 6, the countdown to 2020. Last week we discussed a few things and we realized that we are just 7 weeks apart and we need to really push forward, do things. And I'm sure you all are doing that. Like I also told you that, we've sown some seeds, you might come through some desires, some things that you work towards will come through, some of them will come through after a year or two. But I've realized something because people started sending me emails and they started telling me what is lacking, what is something that they are not able to put forward to. They set themselves up on the goal path of the achieving the goal, but then they lose the track, they don't get where they should be going. Okay, so today I thought of discussing about something that is very, very important to understand in terms of achieving something. A lot of people feel that, okay, I've put out there that this is what I want to achieve and I'll be probably able to achieve. Now, people think that the manifestations work, or maybe, if I put something in my mind or in my brain, it will start working. To a large extent, yes, you're giving an imagery or giving a thing to your mind, but it doesn't guarantee that it will give you what you want unless you work towards it. So it's a very important component for you to achieve something in your life is actually working towards it. But before that, they say that if you think you can do it, you're right. And if you think you can't, then also you're right. So what's most important here is to understand a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. But if you think you can't, you will probably keep snoring. You will, put that alarm off. You will probably just, give some excuses to yourself that why you are not able to do what you should be doing. Or you will probably start finding something that is probably not working for you, rather than finding the solution to get there where you should be going. So a lot of you, if you feel that you are probably not able to be on the track all the time and you feel distracted, you feel that you're not focused, it's not because of you lack skills or talent, it is because you lack self-belief. Yes, it is because you lack self-belief, you're not able to be focused, or you feel easily distracted. Okay, if you have a certain goal in your mind and you know that you're going to get there, you will never ever be able to be disfocused or distracted. Believe me, that's what happens. You totally dive into it, you're so passionate about it that you find a solution-oriented approach. Okay, but how does it is the self-belief enough? That's also one thing, because a lot of people feel that I am a positive thinker. I think positive. I never think negative. I always think positive. I go positive. Even if things don't work for me, I think positive. Positive thinking is also a kind of a eyewash and it doesn't work. I'm not saying I'm not against positive thinking. Yes, you must think positive, but your thoughts are hardly in your control. 95% of your thoughts are unconscious. They are not conscious. Only 5% are conscious. And how much in 24 hours are you in conscious mind? Because most of our actions or most of our behaviors are on autopilot. That means it is in control of unconscious. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, the moment you get distracted, you understand that you are in your unconscious mind, and that's not in your control. Some people also call it a monkey mind. So how do you understand that whatever your self-belief is not an eyewash and it's true? Because a lot of people, when they see what's a self-belief? Self-belief is basically the internal assessment of what you are. Okay. Now, a lot of times this internal assessment is based on hope. Or sometimes, it's inaccurate, that you come from your past experiences and you feel that this is what it is. But every moment, every new task that you set yourself for, you need a different set of self-belief. You can't really focus on what was there in the past. Because now you're scaling up, you're going into the next orbit or next level, which are the next step for you. You need a different kind of self-belief. You need a different kind of confidence to achieve that next step. So to become eligible in your own eyes, there's a possibility that you may be giving yourself some sort of concessions that you believe in yourself. Now, Sometimes there are also issues in standards. Like you see across the world, a lot of people are okay to scrape through. They're okay to be at the bottoms. They're not really looking at excelling at something, or they're not really aiming for something high. But there are a bunch of people, those are also that kind of people, those who aim for something substantial in their life, and some really aim for to be on the top. So where do you stand? Now the self-belief depends on that. Okay, now whether you want to really scrape through your challenge or your life, or you want something substantial, or you want to be on the top, depending on that, you need that kind of self-belief and that kind of a confidence in yourself that whatever may happen, you will do it or you'll get it done. Now what is crucial is not the self-belief. Okay, what is crucial is not the self-belief that you have, but what you are willing to give to achieve what you want. Okay, what you are willing to give, achieve what you want. All those who started the journey so far, you are quite aware now for the past 1 year and before that as well, that as much as you go forward on your journey, you will be able to see the trickier part comes in. Every bend is going to be something different, some new challenge, something new, because you're doing something different. So the moment it becomes trickier, then what is it that holds you on that path? Your tenacity, your perseverance, how do you pursue your ideas, how do you go behind your goals? If you get stuck somewhere, do you push past that obstacle, or you just give up? Depends on that, your self-belief is formed, and existing self-belief that you have, or a confidence that you have, depending on that, you also persevere on your journey. But is that enough? Okay, is only self-belief having, or is it only feeling that way enough? Yes, it's very important component, but the next important component I feel is, because see, we're already at the 6 weeks apart from the new year. Okay, and me in my business, I have already started planning for the next year, because now it's only 1.5 months left, and I feel that I need to plan for the next 3 months, after the 3 months. So I'm always 3 months ahead of my schedule. Because I know today, if I plan for the next 3 months, my mind will work around it. My team gets all the information about it. We research, we figure it out what needs in this particular thing. We are already setting up our calendars for the 90 days. We work 90 days in prior for something. So, they also say that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So one thing is, yes, self-belief and then doing whatever it takes to get there. But the other thing is the planning to get there. How do you plan? Execution is absolutely important. Without that, nothing can happen. But also planning is important. Now, I don't mean planning every detail of it, because that also is kind of not being spontaneous. But if you plan that this is the way I want my next 3 months or my next 90 days to be, then you have your milestones written. Your milestones go to your everybody, like your family members, your team members, maybe to yourself. You can put it somewhere. These are your milestones for the next 3 months. And I don't mean numbers. I'm not talking about the numbers here. I'm talking about the milestones that you want to achieve. And when you set up those milestones, then you probably can be spontaneous. Like see, suppose if I have to take a health area, then I'm saying that in 3 months, that what do I need to get? Where do I need to get on my health area? Now, do I need to hire a coach for that? Now, do I need to hire a trainer for that? Do I need to go to a nutritionist? What do I need to do to get over the obstacles that will come in my journey? And so far, by the experience that you already know, that there are obstacles that are going to come, because you're now moving into the next step. So in the next step, you know that it's going to get trickier. So rather than figuring it out on your own and wasting a lot of time, figure out a person who has already done it, and not just done it, but who's an expert in it. So take help of the experts to even plan. Find experts in whichever area you feel that you need to plan in advance. That's the key, okay? So if you feel that you're not able to be on the track, that's because you're getting disfocused or distracted. The only reason is you don't have the clarity for the next, okay? Clarity is power. So it's very essential that you have your planning in set. Find experts, go to them. That will save you a hell lot of time, hell lot of money, believe me. Okay, don't waste, don't try to figure it out on your own. That's going to take a very, very long time, and you're going to waste more money than what you think right now by spending or giving it to an expert to help you, to guide you. So that's for today on the winning window. I'll catch you up in the next Wednesday. But before that, do not forget to tag someone in this video who needs this information. Do share this video with your friends and family, and keep in touch. Bye-bye, and have a great, great, great week ahead.